All right, today we're diving into Zocialized, a social platform that honestly feels like it's been pulled right out of a sci-fi movie. And just to give you a taste of how advanced this thing is, check out some of their features.
First up, they have the ZID chip implant. Yeah, you heard that right. A literal chip implant to plug you directly into their entire ecosystem. Wild.
Then there's their Match IQ video analysis. It's an AI that literally watches your video chats, analyzes your microexpressions, your tone of voice, all to calculate your compatibility score.
And of course, they have full-blown VR romance, where you can go on dates in pretty much any virtual world you can dream up. So you've got this company that is all about data, algorithms, and virtual reality. And their next big product launch? It is so not what you're thinking. So how in the world do you get from chip implants to luxury perfume? That's the puzzle we're going to solve. We'll start by looking at just how futuristic this platform really is. Then we'll get into that shocking product launch. We're going to go deep inside the perfume trilogy itself, then unpack the brilliant strategy behind it all, scent and memory. After that, we'll see what this means for the brand's future, and finally, what this tells us about the new rules of connection.
Okay, so first things first, let's really set the stage with their platform. Their whole tagline is redefining modern connection. And you know what? They're not kidding.
I mean, the sheer amount of tech they're using is just staggering. We're talking AI-curated matches, something called a bond integrity monitor that tracks the health of your relationships, those VR dates, and even NFT rewards. This is not just some app for swiping left or right, okay? This is a completely engineered ecosystem for human relationships. It is the definition of a digital-first company. So, what on earth could they possibly do next?
Well, after building this entire universe of virtual reality and biometric data, their next big move is into one of the most ancient, physical, and analog industries on the planet. And that brings us to the big question, the puzzle at the very heart of all this. Why would a company so obsessed with data, with AI, with VR, suddenly jump into the world of fragrance? It seems like a total mismatch. But, as you're about to see, it might just be the most logical move they could have made.
To really get the why, we have to start with the what. So let's take a closer look at the perfume itself. It's called the Arm Soleil Trilogy, and pay attention to that subtitle, Fragrance as Emotional Connection. That's a huge clue.
So the collection is a trilogy of 3 different scents, and each one is built around a specific moment in a relationship. You've got Pulse, which is all about the electrifying flash of that first meeting. Then there's Echo, the lingering trail of a powerful memory. And finally, Legacy, representing the timeless foundation of a real, lasting bond. You see, this isn't just perfume, it's basically a story in a bottle.
And listen, they are not messing around here. Pulse is this big, bright, solar citrus scent. It's an extrait de parfum, which is the highest concentration you can get, and it costs a cool $325. This is a serious high-end luxury play.
Next up is Echo. This one's a warm, spiced oud, made for those big, formal nights out. And it's priced even higher, at $350. They're positioning this as a true statement fragrance for those deep, unforgettable moments. And the final one is Legacy, a smoked vetiver chypre. This is positioned as that timeless, classic signature scent. It's for the person who doesn't need to make an entrance because they've already arrived. The message here is crystal clear. Zocialized is not selling some cheap novelty item. They've just stepped into the high-end fragrance world as a major competitor. So, we've got this super high-tech platform on one side and this ultra-luxury product on the other. Now, it's time for the big reveal. The strategy, scent, and memory. This is the bridge that connects these two seemingly opposite worlds. So, let's ask that question one last time. What is the real connection between a data-driven social platform and a bottle of perfume? The answer? Well, it's brilliantly simple and incredibly powerful. It all comes down to this quote from their creative director. Fragrance is the most intimate form of storytelling. We're giving people a way to be remembered, not just matched. And boom, there it is. Zocialized's algorithm can get you the date, but the perfume is designed to make that date, that person, unforgettable in the real world. It closes the loop. And this isn't just some clever marketing slogan. It's based on the very real science of scent-triggered emotional memory. See, our sense of smell has a direct hotline to the memory and emotion centers of our brain. A certain smell can instantly trigger a super vivid memory and all the deep feelings that come with it. Zocialized is basically using this biological hack to make the digital connections from its platform feel more permanent.
And that brings us to the really big picture here. This is about moving beyond the digital match. This is about building a full-on lifestyle brand.
Here's their playbook, laid out for us. Step 1, build a giant digital community around one powerful idea. Done. Step 2, pinpoint a core universal human desire, in this case, a lasting connection. Done. Step 3, create a premium physical product that makes that desire tangible. And then step 4, this is the masterstroke, bridge the gap between the digital and physical worlds to own the entire relationship journey, from the first click on a screen to the lasting memory in real life.
So let's wrap all this up with the final takeaway. Let's talk about the new rules of connection.
When you boil it all down, Zocialized is just blurring the lines. They're making a massive bet that the future of human connection, even a connection started by an AI, isn't just about what you see on a screen. It's about the full sensory experience. They built the platform to get the connection started, and now they're selling you the tools to make it real, to make it last.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating question to chew on. After completely mastering the digital world, tech companies are now coming for the physical one. So, you have to wonder, what's the next physical product a digital brand is going to sell you just to help you feel a little more human?